Welcome back to Everyday Kentucky. Allegro Dance Project is back with the historic Lyric Theater for this one show, only encore presentation of their family-friendly performance event.
And here to tell us more about Headspace Revisited is director and founder Jeana, Klevene, and company dancer Tess, Fowler. We appreciate y'all being here this morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having us.
So tell us a little bit about Headspace.
Yeah, so Headspace, we're calling it Revisited because we originally premiered this show back in July at Moondance Amphitheater, but we're excited to bring it back, not only for the public event that you mentioned, but also for two packed sensory-friendly school shows. So we'll have about 800 local students of all abilities able to enjoy a show and a free field trip to the Lyric Theater.
So why did you think it was important to have sensory involvement into the performance?
I'm so glad you asked. That's kind of our whole jam. Our whole mission is inclusion and accessibility in dance, and so our inclusive dance outreach and adaptive dance classes, we visit students of all abilities throughout the state, work with about 700 children, and then our performance aspect, we like to include them not only on stage, but invite them in to enjoy a show. A lot of people don't think that if you have a sensory sensitivity, sitting in a dark theater with loud music and crazy lights can be really overwhelming. So we want to create an environment where everyone can come enjoy a show.
I love this. I need something for my son. It's like trying to get him to sit through church service for an hour is a struggle, so I appreciate this. But Tess, you're involved. You're actually one of the dancers. Can you tell us a little bit about your involvement?
Well, I'm a contemporary dancer as part of the company, so we have a lot of dances that we'll showcase throughout the show. But then I also have the pleasure of getting to work with the adaptive kids when they'll take the stage with us. So that's probably the most fun part about it.
What makes that so much fun for you?
I love working with them because I also assist in the weekly adaptive classes. So seeing them over the years like grow and like get better at different aspects of dancing is really cool to see.
Interesting. So every performance, or because this is a once in a lifetime, how many times have you done this? Did you do it last year?
This is my 4th season.
4.
I was just trying to calculate that in my head. Yeah, I think this is season 4, yeah.
So every year, how do you grow? What is it that you do that allows you to grow every year?
I think every year I become more comfortable with the kids and like knowing them better and getting more comfortable with how to assist them is something that I've been working on.
Is there anything that you did differently as far as sensory is concerned from the previous year to this year?
Yeah, so when we were at the Moondance Amphitheater, it's a big outdoor show. It's a little longer, it's more of a full-length event. When we're doing a sensory-friendly show, it's a little shorter. There's a movement break built in. There'll be a sensory-friendly corner in the lobby in case anyone needs to take a little break. The lights won't be all the way dim. Everyone's free to stand up, stretch, move around, hoot and holler. Again, we're inviting them into our space for their pleasure, not them to come like watch us. You know, we're there for them.
Right.
So.
And you see their faces light up, don't you, during a show like this?
Oh yes, right? And it's so fun because most of the audience will be students that we work with through our inclusive dance outreach. So they'll know me and a lot of the dancers and a lot of the musicians. We use live music both in the shows and in our outreach, so they'll know most of the band, and it's just so fun. Imagine being a kid getting to go on a field trip and knowing like a lot of the people in the show. Like it's just so exciting that we've been able to build such a big community and reach so many kids.
Can you tell us about a memory that you have of one of the children that you can share with us?
There's probably about a billion in here. We've been doing this for going on 9 years now, and I'll never forget a single face. It's kind of funny. We work with around 700 kids a year, and every moment is just so special, and I don't want to cry on TV, so Tess knows I'm kind of a sappy person, but just seeing that moment when they realize that like this is for them. You know, a lot of times, and it's not just children with disabilities or special needs, it's such a wide net that like a lot of times people don't realize that dance is for everybody, you know, whether it be a disability or a body type or, you know, income accessibility issues. Like we just want to make sure that in all ways we are just as inclusive and welcoming as possible. And when you see a kid fall in love with dance, it's like magic every time. Like you see it in their faces, and you know, then when you get there the next week, they're like, yeah, it's dance time. Yeah.
Well, tell us where we can get tickets.
Well, we're going to be at the Lyric Theater, and we want to thank them for welcoming us back. We haven't done a public show at the Lyric since before COVID, so we're really excited to be back and have a ticketed event there. So you can get your tickets at lexingtonlyric.tix.com, or you can give their box office a call. It's 859-280-2218. And if you want to learn more about us and the outreach and see snippets, you can, of course, check out our social media or allegrodanceproject.org.
Well, thank you both for being here. We really appreciate it. Tess, you knock 'em dead in that performance. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.